Alright guys, hello. My name is Xavier.
My name is Hugo.
And we are starting a new podcast called
Walking, Talking Boston.
Alright.
Let's go.
So first, we want to talk about the opening of, we want to talk about like what we're talking. We talk about basketball, football, soccer, and a little bit of hockey if Jackson's on the show.
Yeah.
Jackson is one of our friends. He might be filming tomorrow, so stay tuned for that.
Hunter might be coming in for some football as well. But yeah, our goal is to do this at least 2 times a week and a couple times on the, maybe 1 time on the weekend or something like that.
Alright.
We'll see how we go.
Alright, so Drew's gonna start with his opening event. I'm gonna give him the Chromebook, and he's gonna go off. So Drew, you start with the opening event in 3, 2, 1, go. You do whatever you want.
Okay, I just talk about whatever I want?
No, alright, I'll start.
Yeah, you gotta start. Let's try to see who better start.
Alright, so obviously,
There's
as you guys know, if you guys haven't heard, sadly Pele has passed away. If you're not a soccer fan, he was a legend. He won 3 World Cups. It's just very, very, very sad.
He was the first youngster to ever score in a World Cup.
Yeah, so he was the youngest player to ever score in a World Cup final. And he broke a lot of records, and he definitely was very, very good.
And a lot of people underestimated him, because of his race. You know, a lot of people thought, soccer was just for white people, but yeah, he changed
How the soccer played.
And he just changed it. So yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's very, very sad. And we got a couple of players in the air right now, like Ronaldo saying stuff. He's very, very sad. Obviously, we're all sad that he passed. But anyways, we're going into some other stuff as the Boston Celtics. We got the Boston Celtics going right now. We're in the second quarter, and the Celtics have
They're leading.
a 6-point lead, baby, 41-35 against the Clippers. So this is great. Obviously, Drew and I, we like some basketball. So it's at TD Garden today. So that's good. And so we're gonna see the status right now. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. So we already started off the game hot. So we're doing pretty good. Another one, we don't really talk about them much. We won't be talking about them too much, but we do have the Providence Friars, and we're also supporters of them. They're winning right now 69-46 currently. And yep. They're winning against the Butler Bulldogs, so that's good. And they are away, so that's really good. And it's not even close either. They have about a 20-point lead right now.
Butler not a bad team, 8-5. Pretty solid team. So yeah, PC Friars are playing really well. So they can get that up then.
Yep. Then we have some Ian Rappaport. We have the Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans today. We don't have Ryan Tannehill again. But Ryan Tannehill is still injured. Is still on injured reserve, certainly ending the season. So
and the Dallas Cowboys have just been amazing, really.
Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys.
Home or away, they've just been really good. Their defense has been really, really strong. Dak Prescott, his accuracy this season is just unbelievable. It's okay.
I'm in the middle of a podcast right now.
What?
I'm in the middle of a podcast right now.
Sorry
about that, guys. I'm sorry. So first thing, I don't know what you're expected to do. We have a minute left for my opening event. Our opening event, probably, but So Derrick Henry is inactive. This guy has been pretty inconsistent. I don't know that guy.
He's been basically carrying him.
Yeah.
Basically.
So.
It's been really that.
Yeah, we got some stuff, and then we have obviously. So we're gonna go into a little bit of what we're gonna talk about. I have a little bit of time, right? So as you know, probably Cody Gakpo has gone. So Rangers of the City are triggered. I don't know if you guys had no idea of this, but Rangers City are set to meet the release clause for Velas, talent of Maximilian Piron. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he's worth $8 million, which is pretty cheap. So here we go, expected soon, if all is planned. I will be talking about that more tomorrow if it's here to go. Man City should have enough money for it, there's no doubt. I'm sorry we're sitting on buckets right now.
Yeah, this is our first, so, you know, don't
too judge,
don't
but
be too shocked about it, you know.
Yeah, so that's basically the opening event. So we'll catch you guys after a little break.
Peace.
All right, guys.
We are back from our
break.
3-minute break. So,
and I just knocked down a 3, so I'm happy right now. So we're gonna talk about some Boston Bruins. We're not gonna talk about too much of it because we're gonna be talking about it most of it tomorrow with Jackson and Hunter. All right. Anyways, let's talk about it. Celtics, Bruins jump back on top after beating the Devils 3-1 yesterday. They lost against the Senators 3-2 on Tuesday in the knockout. So the next game will be Saturday against Buffalo, and then they'll play Pittsburgh. So that's pretty good.
Penguins.
Pittsburgh Penguins. So that's it. So currently Bruins are first, so they're gonna be all right, I think.
28 wins, 4 losses, solid team. Really, really good from Boston.
And anyways, Bruins star Patrice Bergeron keeping focus off, and he's not talking about potential retirement. And then you got some things here. Talking about here. What are you talking about? Bruins star Brad Marchand tells hilarious story about his baseball experience that must have not gone too well. Sounds like Jackson, man. Anyways, so that's about all you're gonna get from the Bruins. So we're gonna go back in the NFL. So obviously there's been a lot of talks about Mac Jones potentially not being here next season. I think that's a wrong thing. I don't know what Drew thinks, but I think Mac Jones, you gotta give him a couple years. I talk to my dad about this all the time. And
you know, a lot of NFL players had starters in front of them that had experience. Like if Tom Brady stayed and then he moved on or he retired,
I think Mac would have been a lot better right now.
Exactly.
Like I think Brady screwed himself and just moving out of this, like when he got divorced, it kind of went backwards for him. He's kind of in a pickle now, and he doesn't know what the heck to do. So he made a mistake. So it obviously is what it is. But I think Mac Jones, give him a couple more years, doesn't shine. All right, maybe we look to trade him.
Yeah.
That's probably a smart idea. But I think there's a lot of other things going on. We don't have a number 1 wide receiver. We don't have a 3rd down back.
This is freaking Jacob's mom.
That's my mom. But anyways.
Jacob and mom.
Yeah, my friend Jacob and mom. But anyways, I'm gonna turn off. No, I'm not gonna turn off my phone because we might have important things going on there. But anyways, I kind of disagree with the whole thing. First of all, back to what I was saying. A 3rd down back we need. We need a number 1 wide receiver. Give me an offensive line. I mean, come on, we gotta be realistic. The problem with this and last season, you could talk all about the quarterback, and I get it. A lot of people talk about quarterback. And the worst problem with New England fans is that everybody wants the glory now. 20 years of success. They're getting all about this. They want to find, sometimes it takes time to find the right quarterback to lead your team to whatever it needs to be. So, you got Kansas City, they took a long time. They found the guy, Patrick Mahomes, and they've been doing pretty good. So, but you know how Patrick Mahomes got good? I mean, he was already pretty good. He was a 1st-round pick. He got led by Alex Smith. I mean, you guys have your judges, but I think, he was pretty good with Alex Smith and stuff, and then, he kind of took his way after that, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then, I think Josh Allen even, you know what I mean? He got Stephon Diggs, and when he got Stephon Diggs, he just became a different quarterback. I think different things come from that, but you have that guy, I don't want to say this weirdly, but when you get that receiver that belongs in your team, I think a guy like D-Hop, a couple of weeks, when he played Arizona, Bill had a conversation with D-Hop saying, too bad we only play you this amount of years and stuff. I saw it on Instagram reel.
I'm glad we only have to play you every 4 years, man.
I love you, man.
You too. What a career you're having. Miss half the season, still going to lead the league in receiving.
do my job, man.
Yeah.
Trying to get better, man.
And that really, like, I'm thinking like you can get D-Hop. If you get D-Hop, this team's about 2 times better than what it is. We still don't have an offensive line. I say go in the draft. You have to get an offensive lineman, not in the first round, later rounds. You gotta look, all right, defense, you're not really worried about it right now. All right, maybe you're looking for a safety right now, but that's in the later rounds. Kind of like how we drafted Devin McCourty, because Devin McCourty has a few years, he might even retire this year. We don't even know. But I think it's smart. We get a receiver. You can get D-Hop. Then that guy becomes good if he can develop. Now, I think Bill, you keep Bill, trust me. Let go of all these friends and stuff. You're going to play like a football team. You got to get a real offensive coordinator. And I think that's what the Patriots' problem is. Do you agree with me, Joe? You say your thing.
Yeah, I just agree with you.
I know I'm doing this to talk, and I kind of feel bad for him.
No, this kid, though, he's spot on. He knows what he's talking about. I mean, I do know.
I know.
He has tons of experience.
Listen, I'm
kind of getting into it, but just look back, Joe was getting into it.
So you know what I mean? Like, hearing stories about Derek Carr. You know how much years Derek Carr is in the league for? He has Devontae Adams. I repeat, Devontae Adams. Last 2 years, he has been super really good. This guy goes to Las Vegas, big hopes, Josh McDaniels as a head coach. They fall apart, dude. They just start winning games. They might not even look. You want Derek Carr in New England with these idiots right now. We're Matt Patricia. We're gonna keep those guys. With Derek Carr, we're not gonna go anywhere. We're gonna be even that. We're gonna do the same thing, even worse. So I think that's what we gotta do. I mean, listen, I think that's the thing, but that's your 5 minute. I want to take a little break again and.
You know what? Before we take our break, let's back here. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, guys.
Pretty close though.
Catch you guys out. So, peace. We'll be back. All right, guys. We're talking about the NBA here, and just a few moments. 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, currently right now, halftime. Boston's up 60 to 49. Friday just finished about 72 to 52. Alright, I'm gonna let you take this one. He knows more about basketball than, right?
Yeah, a little bit more.
He knows a little bit more about basketball. I'm gonna let him take it. So, that's good.
So yeah, Boston Celtics, great team. Great team this season, great team last season. Fortunately, right now, they're a good team. They're a really good team. I just think that, Jaylen Brown, before we even got onto this, we went on Xavier's dad's podcast, and we kind of heard from them and what their talk was about the Boston Celtics. And Jaylen Brown, his free throw shots. He got 3 free throw shots against the Bucks, and he missed 3 of them before halftime. I'm pretty sure it was tied. Pretty sure it was tied. About to go into halftime, and he misses 3 free throws. You can't do that. And the Bucks are a very strong team. We still got the win, which was great, but that can't happen. Jaylen Brown, he's a great player. He's just the simple things that he has to do. He can knock down threes, and people can contest him. He'll just knock down a 3 right in their face. He's a great player. Just the easy things, the simple things. I think he has to get better on. But he's a great player. And Jason Tatum, on the other hand, just unbelievable. The dunk on Giannis, unbelievable. You saw that?
Yep.
It was crazy. So yeah, Boston, good spot. PC Friars got the win, so happy about that. I've been to a PC Friars game. It's actually amazing. PC Friars. Me and Xavier have been to TD Garden to go see a Boston Celtics game. I found it really fun. It's really cool. So yeah, Boston Celtics though, next week they taking on the Dallas Mavericks. So in Dallas, so I think that'll be a really, really tough game. But we'll see what happens. Luka, Doncic's been just amazing. He's been Luka. He's having fun when he plays. He's playing really hard. And after the game on the interviews, just give me a beer. He's like, I'm tired. Just give me a beer.
What?
he's a very amusing player. Him and Jason Tatum next week in Dallas. That'll be a very interesting one. So, yeah, like I said, Boston taking the lead right now, 60-49, against the Clippers. Let's see here the points. Jason Tatum, 20 points. Jalen Brown, 15 points.
So it's about an average night for them. I'll take over now.
Yeah.
So guys, I don't know too much about basketball, but I do know a little bit. So, obviously the Celtics are 25-10. You know, I think they've been doing pretty good. You know, I'm pretty sure they're first in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Yep. So obviously we got, so we're doing pretty well. Brogdon's been great. I think Brogdon's been the guy here. I think Derek White's been built up. Robert Williams, he's having consistent nights. He's getting about the same points, averaging about 6 points a night, which is good for him. You know, coming off a torn meniscus, it's pretty good for him. And you know, I'm happy for him. So we just hope that he's a player that his health can be very, very concerning sometimes. So just to make sure that he's good to go. So that's the main thing. So to wrap it up a little bit, I think the Celtics are going to be just fine. I think they're going to be able to make the playoffs. You know, if they don't do anything stupid, they'll be able to make it. And just the way.
To keep the way they're playing right now.
So this is what's going to happen right now. They got the Nuggets. I think they're a solid team, right? I think I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're playing the Nuggets. Excuse me, they're playing the Nuggets. They play the 5th of January. They play Dallas. Excuse me, I heard on the podcast that next week they were playing
which is true. They do play next week.
Yeah.
They play a week from now. But the next game is against the Nuggets. Got to take care of business there. And then obviously the Thunder. They suck. They stink. But the thing is, what's been happening with the Celtics, and I'm not a big fan of it, is that we keep losing to these bad teams. We lost to the Pacers, and we've been losing. We lost to the Magic 2 games in a row. One, we didn't have Tatum, obviously, because he had to take care of stuff with Deuce and stuff. It was his birthday, I understand. You know what I mean? But I think ever since, my dad was talking about this on their podcast. Golden State. I think after the Golden State loss they had, they were pretty rough.
Yeah.
You know, they went on a pretty bad losing streak, and
they're making their way back.
They're making their way back into it, winning some games, obviously, which is good, obviously. So that's really good. And I'm gonna go back here for a little bit. And so hopefully they can take care of business with it. We have a tough game against other teams, and then you got the main thing here with the Celtics team is that you cannot be choking. If you want to win, you can't be choking. You gotta win the games. You gotta win. And if you don't win those games, they can cost you going into the playoffs from facing a Milwaukee team instead of a team as average. What do you think? Who's in there right now? All right, this is gonna be our last thing. The standings. This is gonna be the difference of playing a Cavaliers team, which got in trouble early on in the season, then maybe playing like a Heat, which haven't been. They beat us, but I think they're beatable. So that's our basketball thing. Another break. Catch you guys out. Alright guys, for our last event of probably today, we're going to be talking about what Drew and I probably know the best. Soccer.
Premier League football, man.
Premier League football. So, here in America, a lot of people call it soccer, we like to call it football. I'm just going to say soccer because I don't want to get negative comments in the comment section. If you have a comment section. I don't know if you have a comment section or not, but whatever.
We'll try to figure it out.
Tomorrow we got a pretty good game. We got
West Ham
and Brentford. Brentford's coming off a tie against Tottenham, and West Ham is coming off a loss, I believe, against I think they lost against Arsenal 3-1.
Yeah, they did.
On Sunday. So then you got Liverpool versus Leicester City, which I don't know how good Leicester's playing. I haven't paid too much attention to the Premier League this year, but Haaland's on to scoring another record. Listen, I was just talking about a little little bit of Haaland here. So, Haaland's obviously a beast. Haaland, Mbappe, I think they both have their things. I think Mbappe's a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think he's a more complete player. But no doubt about it, Haaland is going to be the best finisher in the world for probably the next roughly 20 years. If he stays healthy and he's consistent, I think maybe he'll be known. I think, but we don't want to have another Ronaldo situation. But where I don't even think Haaland and Mbappe are even close to the level that Mbappe and Ronaldo were at. We gotta see more. Ronaldo and Messi were. I think we need to see a lot more, but I think obviously you saw. Sadly, Haaland will never win anything with his country.
No.
He's not going to win anything with Norway, which is kind of unfair to think about it. Mbappe already has a Ballon d'Or, but I don't really want to get to that. We're going to talk about Haaland's greatness and scoring goals and stuff. We're going to talk about more Ronaldo and stuff and how his son has returned to the Real Madrid Academy for the first time in 4 years. Sorry about that. So that's good. I didn't even know this, but Newcastle, 3rd place in the Prem. That's pretty good.
They're on a 5-game win streak.
5-game win streak. So that they have not lost a game. Arsenal, they've been doing pretty good too. They stayed consistent. You know what? I'm gonna talk about a little bit of Arsenal here for the last about roughly 2 minutes here. And you could even add, they put out an all or nothing thing in August, and I remember watching that. It's probably one of the I actually really like that show. That show was actually really, really nice. I think Arteta was always a good coach, but Arsenal fans, again, got impatient, and they were willing him to fire him. I don't think, if they fired him, I don't think they'd be where they are today. What do you think? I don't think
they
so.
would not be where they are.
Arteta is
He's done so much for the club.
He's done so much for the club. I think he cares about the club. He gets, honestly, if you guys haven't watched all of Arsenal, it's been out for about a good amount of time now. Go look at it. If you want to see a good coach, look at Mikel Arteta. They did a great job going in the locker rooms watching this.
And it started from something. It started from him being with Man City and Pep. Pep, he would always, that's why listening is so important, and building where you start from. Because if he never had Pep, I don't think he would be as good as a coach as he's a great coach, but Pep, he didn't teach him things, but he always listened on to Pep, and he took.
And honestly, Pep's one of the great manager, one of the greats. Obviously. That's what we were going to talk about. But anyways, back to the all or nothing Arsenal thing. This is really, really good. And they got some great youngsters in there. They're a young team. They got Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, who's been a great player for them. He was injured on Sunday. Hopefully he's back soon. I don't know what injury he has, but hopefully, he's been a really good player for them. I even think Zinchenko affect the team a little bit, but I think a lot about, they've done really, really well, and they definitely came a long way with Ramsdale and stuff, having a good goalie. They've kind of built a complete team, and I think they're just going to build on that going into the whole transfer window about the Jake.
And I don't think Gabriel Jesus has a lot of goals this season. I think he only has, so quickly.
This season. He has 5 really goals.
It's not bad, but
it could be a lot better. He's
probably gotten a lot of assists as well. But they're playing as a team, which I like. It's not just I'm gonna be like Man City, give the ball to Holland, and he's gonna score the goals for us.
They don't have that superstar, but what they do have,
they're a team.
They're a team,
and they work as a team.
So that's why they're on top of the Prem, and that's what we wanted to get to here. And I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna have a little closing event.
Yeah.
Should we do it or no? I think we should. All right, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys out a little bit for about the last 5 minutes of the pod. We're gonna take another 2-minute break, and then we're gonna come back on the podcast, and we'll finish it up here. It's been a great night, guys. Anyone that views this, we really appreciate it, and yeah.
Yeah, make sure to leave a like.
And subscribe.
Yeah. So yeah.
Alright guys, a little quick one. This one will only be 3 minutes, so sit back and relax the last couple of minutes of this podcast. Excuse me. do it on my phone. Forget about this. Give me a 3-minute timer. Hopefully my mom doesn't call me. My freaking phone's dead. That's great. Alright, whatever.
We'll just keep track of time.
Alright, so 8:57, we're done. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna get back to the last bit of this whole situation. Oh, what do you want to talk about right now? Alright, let's talk about some Dallas Cowboy football, guys. So currently,
they're up 10-0
against
the
in the second quarter.
Titans.
So obviously, guys, if you guys don't know, this will be Drew's last podcast. He's going away.
I am going away tomorrow to Maine. I'm gonna go skiing. So they're probably not gonna be here while doing it because no one's gonna be home. So you guys might have to. I bet Andre Jackson have plenty of tables like this and plenty of space where you guys can do it. You know, they got a whole garage. So yeah, they won't be taking my iPad there because obviously my iPad will be with me, but they'll film another device and get everything set up. Probably won't look exactly the same, you know, they're not going to be in here. But yeah, me and Xavier, like when it's me and Xavier, then when Jackson comes along, if they want to come along, we'll grab their seats. And we'll be in here. It is a bit cold here, so if you see me going like this, it is kind of cold.
Well, I'm not too cold right now. I think I kind of finally adapted. My feet are freaking freezing, but you know, I got my sweater on, which is good. So.
I don't, but it's alright. I'm good. I'm chilling.
So whatever. Anyway, so that's about it. So what the whole point of this thing is, you know, we're just trying to have some fun. You know, it takes a little while.
It's not like we're going to be making any money off of this, but.
So like.
But we're just trying to have fun.
Don't be mad if we skip maybe like 2 weeks. I think tomorrow hopefully, fingers crossed, I can go to the client's house and have a little party.
Maybe Sunday night.
It won't be too long though.
We might do maybe a Sunday night football.
Maybe Sunday night. Sunday night.
Maybe we'll see, it depends.
We probably won't do it for that long tomorrow, as long as it'll be today. I don't even know how long it'll be, because we've been doing like 5-minute breaks, just because. So we're basically filming it on his iPad, sending it to ours, and then kind of go from there. But
and then we'll post it on YouTube.
You know, we've been doing this just about for half an hour, I think.
Yeah, probably like
about
20,
half an hour.
30 minutes.
So we really appreciate all you guys, and yeah, we're gonna
head off. Yeah.
Head off. So
yeah, make sure.
Say the last advice. So Drew's gonna be back on Sunday. I'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully we're streaming. If we're not, we'll make sure.
Sometimes the clients can get a little bit picky with things, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I think they've been in a good mood lately, so hopefully they'll,
But it probably won't be that long. We'll probably talk about a little bit of football, maybe a little bit of Bruins, and then that'll be probably it. So, anyways, guys, we really appreciate it. It's been a great night, and hope you guys all have a safe night and a happy New Year. If I don't see you.
Yeah, happy New Year, everybody, and hope you guys had a great Christmas. So yeah, make sure to leave a like, comment down below.
And
anything.
Walking Talking Boston out.
Yeah, Walking Talking Boston out. Thanks, guys. Love y'all.